got another weird one here. Impersonating a police officer. So now, when you normally hear these stories about impersonating the police, you think it's a regular citizen, somebody they couldn't make it through the academy or whatever, so they want to imitate the police, put lights on your car, etc., etc. But in this case, you have an actual police officer impersonating another police officer. So, and he still got charged. But normally, like, when there's a charge of impersonating a police officer, it means you're not an officer. But this guy was an officer. But he wanted, I guess, be a marshal. It's real confusing. But it is what it is.
A part-time police officer from Columbiana County is losing his job after being arrested over the weekend in Boardman.
As First News senior reporter Jerry Ricciuti tells us, we first introduced you to this officer a couple of years ago when he was being hailed a hero for helping others.
Boardman police released these body camera images from Sunday evening as officers were taking Logan Malik into custody after workers and customers at two different businesses complained Malik was posing as a U.S. Marshal. As he was being stopped, he's wearing body armor, carrying a pistol and a taser with his Washingtonville police badge tucked in his belt.
We all would have done the exact same thing.
This is Malik from 2.5 years ago when he and several others...
So, as you see, he's a police officer, and he had on his actual police officer badge, but he also had on some U.S. Marshal stuff. So for whatever reason, he was running around telling people he was a marshal, although he was just a regular local police officer. I mean, have you ever heard of some shit like this? But like I said, apparently you can get arrested for impersonating a police officer even if you are one. I'm guessing because he was saying he was a federal marshal, and I guess there's some difference between state, local, and federal. But, I mean, he was a police officer. He just was a different type of police officer. Federal agents are still police officers. FBI agents, Secret Service, Secret Service doesn't have a uniform division. They're still police officers, although you may call them an agent or whatever. Yeah.
Were hailed as heroes for trying to save an elderly couple and their dog just seconds before their car was hit by a train. At the time, Malik was working for the Latonia police. Video of the crash was caught by his body camera.
618, both of them are down. Train hit both of them.
Boardman police say Malik went to the Holiday Inn on South Avenue. Afterward, a worker claimed Malik referred to himself as a U.S. Marshal several times, and at one point handed her a note with a phone number on it, as well as U.S. Marshals, Officer Malik, and Northeast Ohio Violent Crimes Task Force. A short time later, officers caught up with Malik as he was leaving the Sheets on 224, where several customers complained he told them he was a marshal. As he was being arrested, he denied doing anything wrong, but did admit.
The thing about it, they said people complain about him being a marshal, but the thing about it is, I mean, he was a police officer. So what if he was going in there saying, hey, I'm a police officer, He wasn't saying marshal, but he said police officer. I mean, he would be lying. I mean, he is. But I guess because they said the word marshal and he ain't going to say, hey, I'm a local cop, they got suspicious. Wild story. I don't know what his deal was. Like, he already made it as a police officer. That's most people think when they impersonate. They don't make it to the point where they're an actual certified, commissioned police officer. But he did. But he just goes and shouts this U.S. Marshal stuff.
He jokingly told someone at Sheets that he had a warrant for them. Everyone here in the Washingtonville Police Department works part-time, including Chief Ken Faust, who tells me today that Malik's only been working here less than 6 months, but his brush with the law Sunday evening would be cause enough for him to be terminated now. The chief tells me Malik will be out of a job by the end of the day. He could appear in court charged with impersonating an officer later this week.
Anyway, so that's the story. So he did lose his job. I mean, big dummy. So I looked it up because this did happen a long time ago, but the video came out not too long ago. And so he was convicted of impersonating a police officer, but I guess it's impersonating a federal officer. I'm not sure the right wording, but anyway, he got convicted and he spent 30 days in jail, and now he's out. But yeah, let me know if you know of any other story where there was an actual employed working commissioned police officer who got charged with impersonating another type of police officer. I don't think I heard of this one. It's definitely a new one. All right, let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe, baby.